It's Saturday at Bloodstock Festival, and although we do have the awkward thing where you are playing tomorrow and not today, I still have to open every interview by gauging this. How the bloody hell are we feeling? Yeah?
Yeah, pretty good.
Excited, very excited.
Right, very warm. At what point does the nerves start to set in? Do they ever set in?
I think it's a bit of up and down. Like every time we go to the New Blood stage since we've been here, it's been a bit like, oh,
okay.
It starts getting you a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
I reckon once we're on there, we'll be fine. But when you're like backstage, because we've got to wait a while as well
Of
before
course,
going
you've got
on.
to be there, what, 90 minutes? 2
Yeah.
hours before?
I think that's probably the worst bit. 'Cause you're just waiting around then.
Just looking at the crowd, just being like,
But it is just another gig.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
never
true.
forget that, right? It is just another gig. It's another gig on your calendar. While it is an incredible mountain to have reached, it is one next stage on the journey. So the path here, go through it. How did you get here?
Well, like a lot of the other bands on the New Blood stage, we went through the Metal to the Masses competition. That was a really fun kind of experience to go through that. And every round we were like, oh, we might not win this one. Okay. And then we get to the second round. Okay, well, we might be in for a shot here. And then that final round we did, it was wild. We had people coming from all over the place to kind of show support for us, which we're really grateful for. And that was a wild show. And we played some tunes we don't normally play. And we're hoping to bring the energy we brought to that show to our show tomorrow.
How did you find that the masses? Did you make any new friends?
Yeah, we
did actually. Yeah.
We always make an effort whenever we do shows to speak to everyone and make friends with loads of different bands.
Why did you enter? What was your thinking initially? Just to get some shows on your belt, you knew it would be a good experience? Or because obviously you don't go in thinking you're going to win it, who does? But you're thinking shows, right? Get some shows, meet some people. Was that what you went into?
Yeah, we'd done it a few years before this one. And it's a really great experience meeting other bands in the scene, because for like bands starting off, it's hard to kind of get your foot in the door, and also in like other cities as well. It's like Metal to the Masses. Like if I was to suggest to any band starting off, enter one that isn't even your city, and then you've now got your foot in the door in another city. And then obviously do the one that you're in as well.
Of course. The moment you got announced as winners, obviously an incredible moment. Yeah. And I'd imagine you're still riding that high. Describe to me, if you can, what it felt like to be told you are going to play Bloodstock.
the room just exploded, didn't it? Like
so everybody else was big. You were excited, but everybody else.
I think I was just like this, and everyone in the room around me was just screaming.
That was exactly the face you were doing as well.
I was literally
just before it was announced.
I got covered in whiskey. I got covered in beer. Like, everyone just.
It's never going to happen again. So why the hell not, right?
Yeah, too right. It was.
What's your personal relationship? What's your familiarity with Bloodstock overall? Have you been here before?
This is our first time.
First time. Yeah. Never been before, so it's a privilege to come as
it's amazing.
For the first time. I have to say I am a convert. I've only been here since Thursday, but I love it.
On that one, who are you most excited to see over the weekend?
We saw a lot of great bands yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday was a good day.
Yeah.
Exist Immortal were brilliant. Been looking forward to them. Igor as well for me. You guys have seen them before.
Yeah.
For me, Igor was a big high. And Monomath's got to top it though. Like I just can't to be playing the same day as well. Like first dream come true.
Well, talking of which, then you are obviously playing tomorrow as well. Have you looked at who you're up against? Have you seen who's playing elsewhere?
Yes. So we are on at the same time as Septic Flesh on the main stage. So there's no other bands on. So it's just us or Septic Flesh. So. I don't know, but a lot of people are excited about Septic Flesh. So
I would argue that that's a nice. That's what you want, right? You're not quite like Septic Flesh, are you?
No, we're a bit different. So
very different, I think.
Hopefully, anyone who's not into that will think, oh well, there's one other band on, so we'll check them out.
Well, we know what this stage is famous for. Right? So this is your first time here. It's not mine. It's my 10th time here. This is the 6th year of doing press. I know that stage very bloody well, and I know what it does is curiosity watches. You get a lot of that, people just checking stuff out because you've got 30 minutes, and who can't stand and watch a band for 30 minutes, right? Easily. How are you then going to get those ones that are standing at the edge of the tent, peering in? How are you getting them in?
Oh, we got a pretty good.
We've got a pretty intense set.
Yeah, we basically don't stop. So if you're in, you've got no point to leave. Basically.
Well, yeah, like, with our stuff, it's very much like each track's. I mean, they're all in the same vein, but they're all kind of different, and they all have different elements. Yeah. So for us, like, just trying to ram as many tracks as we can into that 30 minutes.
Yeah, we got
first 3 tracks we play seamlessly. There's no break.
Yeah, they're leading into other songs and all sorts.
I think the most amount of gap is like maybe 1 or 2 bars of a break, and then it's straight into the next track. So it's.
You've been over there. Who's
Yeah.
killed it so far on that particular stage, the New Blood? Who's killed it in your opinion?
Smother were really good.
Yeah.
Smother were really good. Really enjoyed
What's the
that.
name?
Road Limb as well. They're from Nottingham, so just down the road from us. They were really good as well. We just seen someone over there now, but I can't remember who it was. Praetorian, that was it. Yeah, they smashed it. They had a good crowd.
They were good.
Yeah.
But ultimately, that's them. It's your turn. You are going to be playing it. Everyone's expecting a certain level from you. You expect a certain amount from yourself. And obviously, as I said already, but I want to repeat it, we've watched too many bands come here and then disappear directly afterwards, because this is the highest point they're ever going to reach. That is not the case with you, right? It carries on afterwards. A launching pad, yeah?
That's what we're trying to treat it as. Like, tomorrow we're going to be trying to talk to as many people as possible. We're going to be here all day, around trying to introduce ourselves to everyone we possibly can.
Got anything to throw out? You got any cards?
We've got some CDs, we've got some, we've been plastering stickers everywhere. We've got, so.
Oh, I have seen a few of them actually.
Hopefully,
But beyond that, outside of the festival, when you're not face to face, you are, of course, super active in social media, everywhere you need to be. If you want to know what you're doing, just follow you.
That's these two. I can't do social media.
Yeah, we post a lot of social media. So it's really either the band page, so Divided by Design on Instagram, or Tom Divided by Design, or Liam Stevenson, and all 3 of those accounts will be telling you about what we're getting up to.
Give me something. Give me something to look forward to over the next 12 months.
So next year's the 5th anniversary of our first album, so we might do something special with that. It's kind of long overdue a redo, I think. So,
okay, all right.
Because when we made that, we were pretty fresh, and we didn't really. Everything we make is self-produced, and we've learned a lot from doing the other albums.
We had to do it over lockdown as well, so it was none of us were in the same room when we were recording it. You'd record it in your room with the very sort of basic laptop at the time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you don't want to almost say too much here, but I think we all know exactly what you're planning here, right?
We've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like half done. But then we've just been busy doing other stuff. So
other things come on.
Busy doing this?
You're doing this.
Kind of when you go revisit old stuff, it's not as much of a priority as like getting newer material. And we're pretty prolific with material. We're on our 4th album now.
Speaking of new material, have you got any coming up in the next 12 months?
I'm throwing around ideas. It's the thing is we made 4 albums in quite quick succession.
Yes.
And then the last one we did was probably our longest. And for me, that one was, in terms of the guitar playing, I don't know about you. Well, you didn't play on it, but
I've only been in the band for a year. So
but for me, I was like, that really kind of solidifies what we're going for. So it's really thinking about how can we take that further, because I never like making the same thing twice.
Obviously.
And I like to evolve, especially in progressive metal. I like to kind of evolve the sound, but it still sounds like us. That's really the tricky thing. But we've got some ideas. They're kind of early stages.
The future's exciting.
Yeah.
Before then, though, and by the time this goes out, it'll be post then, and you'll be on the down of it. But right now, the high still exists. Guys, kill it tomorrow. I know you will. Thank you so much for taking time to do this.
No worries.
Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website, where reviews, news, and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at GBHBL. Just search for GBHBL and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.